The channel, so I've got the Willard out. Beautiful, all original, unmolested. 1975 6105. Beautiful Seiko diver. Captain Willard. Very nice. Everything works real well on it. The crown locks into place. It still has the pin. It's all intact. Everything is really good on it. Very good condition. Very, very nice. Got a couple little dings here and there, but this is, this is for that old of a watch. This is all pretty normal, but it's beautiful though. Look at the patina on the hour and minute hand, even the second hand, light stop second hand there. The markers, applied markers back then, of course. Very nice. The bezels on these are unidirectional, or not bidirectional, so you can actually go this way and that way. That's how they made them back then. And it clicks a little bit, unlike the Rolexes back in that time was more of a friction bezel, so you turn them and no clicking, they'll just turn. But these click and lock into place, which is nice. And that was something that Rolex was not doing back then. And this has a Hardlex crystal, something else, which was somewhat scratch resistant. And that's something else that Rolex wasn't doing back in the 70s. So if you think about it, this watch, I think retailed for like $99, maybe a little bit more than that, right in that range in 1975. So that's a very good price for what you get compared to the Swiss counterparts back in the day. And very original case. This is the original turtle. So very nice case. If you, compared to my other turtle here. Reissue of the 6309, I guess you want to call it, but very, very nice. You can see the difference in the case. Of course, they changed it quite a bit because over here it flared out a little bit, but you get the idea. Very cool. Let's put it, the whole purpose of this video is I want to throw it on the time grapher so you guys see, over 40-year-old watch, how well it does. Now, from what I understand, this has been serviced. And it should keep, it does keep pretty good time, but everything should be decent on it. So I don't think it has a full wind right now. It might take a moment for it to kind of settle here. But we've got so far so good on the amplitude. It is an older watch, so of course it's not going to be super high like some of these other newer watches. But look at that beat error, 0.2. That's what I like to see. The lowest beat error, like something close to 0 all the way across. That is a very good beat error. 21,600 vibrations per hour, of course, plus 23. I know it's not plus 23. I know it's running fast. Maybe in this position it's that fast, but I know on the wrist it's about plus 8, I think, somewhere around there. I was going to try to regulate it myself, but I thought I'd just leave it alone. But so far so good. Now if I turn it, let's see how it works this way. We're at plus 22. I'm not sure if it is really 0.3. Now let's see, 20 seconds. Now if we put it as if it was on the wrist, this would be like on the wrist, right? If you're left-handed, you got the crown down. So let's see where that ends up. The seconds haven't changed, but I know it's not 22 seconds. Possibly it is, I don't know, but it does run fast. I don't really wear this day to day because it is a vintage piece. I don't want anything to happen to it, but yeah, see it's dropping down, plus 20. Amplitude 201, 16. Yeah, I think this is, this is kind of, so let's give it a second because this is going to kind of show how it is on the wrist. Now look at that beat error. That is awesome. Very good beat error. And the amplitude is a little lower than some of these newer watches. Like this Seiko here, I think is like 250, 275-ish, somewhere back and forth in that range. But this is a brand new movement, new technology. I'm sure for its day, this thing hovering around 200 is decent. See, now we're at plus 19. Beat error is still better than all my watches, it seems. Except for my Marine Master. It's at 0 also, or pretty damn close. Even my Tudors are a little higher. The Tudor I have is a little higher than this, but on the beat error. But this has been serviced. It's well regulated. See now, plus 14. That might be closer to what it is because it's probably, I didn't really measure it, but it's probably around over 10 seconds a day fast. So that's not too bad. So let's bring her back up this way. Here we go. So there it is there. So let me take it off. You guys can get another good look at it. There it is. Seiko Willard, 1975 model. I think this is July of 1975. So it was right after the Vietnam War, so I'm sure it did not see any action, but possibly a service member bought it after the war and used it every day for, 40 years. So it definitely got worn, and that's what this thing should have been on someone's wrist. It shouldn't have just been put away. So I see some of these watches that are just immaculate, like pristine condition, like they've never been worn. That's awesome, but this is the real thing right here. Worn, used every day. Very, very nice. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.